What is your priority? Being a skinny-necked mouse or being a fucking animal? Obviously, it's going to be fucking an animal, but do you want to be fat? Do you? No. That is why you do not have the results that you want. Because that is why you're not committed. You're not able to deal with the fact that you will be fat. You're going to get fat if you're going to bulk. If you want to get big, you want to look sick. That's why you're not committed. That is the reason, because you won't accept the fact that you're going to get a bit puffy. You're going to put on a little bit of fat. That's fucking life, mate. That's what happens. You won't sacrifice your looks. You won't drop your ego and realize that, okay, for a few months, for half a year, I'm going to have to look like shit. There's been so many times where I've met a few girls and then I bulked up and I got a little bit fatter and they're less attracted and they're less interested in me. And it sucks. I see a hot girl that I think, I could pull her. But because I look a bit puffy, because I wear a top and I look a little bit fat in it, she doesn't give me a second look, or she looks at me and then she fucking looks away in disgust. That is just what happens. Okay, I don't think you'll be that extreme. I've been quite extreme in my bulk. I don't look too bad in the video, but I don't know. In real life, I look a little bit puffier. But you have to realize that this is what you're going to have to do, because I was scared of getting puffy and getting fat. I was scared of it. That's the last thing I wanted. I was lean. I looked all right. I was happy. I was hunky-dory. But I just wanted to get bigger. But I wasn't willing to sacrifice getting puffy to get bigger. And that meant that I didn't gain anything. Didn't get any gains. I was a fucking skinny-necked little twat. And I was still skinny. Until eventually, one day, I looked at the scale and I was still fucking 68 kg. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So I went ballistic. I just went insane. Bulk, bulk, bulk. Obsessed with eating, obsessed with food. Not like a fucking obese child, but I just wanted to get big. That's all I wanted. So I kept bulking. And eventually, I got to where I wanted to be. Now I don't give a fuck. I don't care if someone calls me fat, or I look a little bit puffy, or my belly sticks out. I don't give a fuck, because I'm big, first of all, and I'm achieving my goals. And in a few months, I'm going to look sick, and then everyone's going to fucking forget about it. So just fucking stop being a little insecure bitch and just fucking bulk, man. Because when you let go of your looks, when you let go of being lean, having a jawline, all this stuff, you get results. Because you stop caring, you just eat. You just stop doing certain things and begin to focus on looking sick. And you have to look like shit to look sick. It's a weird fucking equation. You can't just go from looking what you are right now, looking okay, mediocre, to looking good. There's an in-between, which we call purgatory, which is nothingness, which is essentially, in this fucking context, is looking shit. That is your purgatory. But then after that, once you get past that stage and you're on your cut, you're going to look sick again. You're going to have abs, you're going to be getting all the girls, everything's going to be fine. And you won't even remember this period of your life. So, there is a way to reduce how much fat you put on. So, can you reduce the amount of fat you put on? Yes. How do you do that? You diet. You don't just go to McDonald's and eat all the fucking food you can. Because that is what most people think a bulk is. A bulk is not eating as much as you can. A bulk is eating more than what you expend. It's eating more than you burn in calories. So you don't have to eat shit. You can just eat more food. It doesn't have to be shit food. It can be food that is healthy. You can eat clean. You can eat a clean bulk. I did that for most of my bulk. Only till now I'm eating a little bit more dirty foods because I'm getting lazy. I'm at the end of my bulk and all I want to do is cut. So all I think about is cutting. But I have to hit my goal. So you gotta make do. But you can diet. You can make a diet plan. You can follow a healthy diet which works. If you don't know how to do that, I provide that in the course. Check it out. First link in the description. But what are the two things you need to do? What are the two things that you can do to gain weight? There's two things. Obviously, fucking eat more. Eat more food. What's the other one? Do less cardio. Because the way you burn weight, where you burn calories is by doing physical activity. So if you do less physical activity, do less cardio, then guess what? You'll gain more weight. You'll get fatter, yes, obviously, but you'll gain more weight, you'll hit your target faster, and you'll likely put on more muscle because you're not doing so much cardio. So do less cardio. Because okay, you'll get a little bit fatter, but you will put on more muscle by doing less cardio because your body has enough surplus of calories to actually build the muscle. So eat more, do less cardio. And you're probably thinking, oh, but I don't want to lose all my cardio and all my stamina. Bro, what is your priority? What is your priority? Is it cardio? Or is it bulking and getting big and looking good? If you're not a retard, it's looking good. So, cardio is not your priority. So, it doesn't matter. I used to be obsessed with cardio and I completely just cut it out like I never even fucking did it before. Didn't take much effort. Okay? So, do less. It's very easy. And it's shit, yes. Okay, I'm cycling with friends and shit, and I'm like out of breath, and they're like fucking completely fine. Or I go play football with my friends, and I'm fucking sweating like a obese kid, and they're completely fine. And it feels like shit, but I'm a big guy, and that's the price of, that's the price you have to pay. It's the cost you have to pay to be the boss. So it is what it is. You're going to have to go through it. And anyway, you can think, well, I'll go on a cut and I'll be fucking better than all these neeks anyway. So, yeah. But I do kickboxing. And you might be like, well, yeah, okay. And I do kickboxing. That means I have to have good cardio. It means I have to have good endurance. But I don't have that. Because I'm bulking. That is my focus. So I only do kickboxing once a week. All I want to do is fight. All I think about is fight, but I have to restrict that so I can finish my bulk. You have to, and you might be like, oh, that's a bit obsessive. That's the level of commitment you need to really achieve something. Okay, you can gain like 3 kilos in a year. Okay, congratulations. I've gained nearly 15 kilos. 5 times what you could gain in a year from being this committed. That is a lot. It's pretty hard to do that. And I only did that in half a year. So a full year, I could have gained 20 kilos. I could have gone from 68 to fucking 88 kilos. So, fucking just live with it, mate. It's not that deep. Just stop being a pussy. That's all I can really say. But you can have good cardio when you cut. Just think about that. Just think about, okay, I only have to do this bulk and look a little bit shit and have shit cardio. Then after, I can be really good and look good, good stamina, fucking run a marathon if I want. And then you'll get your results. But if you're still not getting results, then you should really check out this video right here. which is called Why You're Not Gaining Muscle. If you're not gaining muscle, then fucking check it out. But if you're really serious about actually bulking, looking good, getting big like me, then check out the first link in the description. Check out the course. If you don't want to buy the course, don't buy the fucking course. You know, that tells me how committed you really are. Because people who are really committed are willing to pay a cost. Pay the cost to be the boss. Okay, that's the price you have to pay. You know, a chip in a chair. You know, if you don't pay, if you're not there at the table, you can't win anything. So you're gonna have to pay a cost eventually, because watching these videos and doing the mental masturbation, you know, watching all these videos, getting the dopamine, oh yeah, and not taking action isn't getting you anywhere. You have all the knowledge but no practice. But you don't really have any knowledge, really, do you? So check out the course or not. I don't really care. If you're serious about it, you want to be a winner. I only want winners in the course. If you want to be a winner, check it out. And have a good day. Mwah.